careful now.
Brilliant! We have done well.
As you say.
Your desire is my command. Well, we're not exactly alone. What did you have in mind? Oh, but what about our audience? You don't think...
Oh, I think it's cute.
Well, all right then.
Be careful out there.
There's one thing I do not understand, Alistair.
Just the one thing.
About you, perhaps.
Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Kalen perished, did it not?
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would go away.
The truth does not go away.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Very well.
What are you looking at, stranger? I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine. What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
As you say.
I imagine you have already composed a suitable ballad to commemorate the events
I
of
haven't
Redcliffe,
eaten in
Eliana.
days.
Why would I do such a thing?
You have taken up your instruments once again, have you not? So to speak. A bard takes events of great import and puts them to tale.
What happened at Redcliffe was horrible. So many people died, and they were violated by unimaginable evil forces.
That was not so difficult, was it? You may wish to add music, however.
You make it sound as if you enjoyed what happened there. I can barely stomach to think of it.
But we were successful in the end. Victory without cost has little worth.
I just think of what that poor little boy went through. No, I don't want to glorify what happened there.
Then who will learn from these events? I would think on it some more, were I you.
Very well.
I've heard about all those mages in Lake Callanheim. They up and turned into a pack of demons.
We have done well.
That's a lot of blood.
It is begun. I shall do it.
Make it be
I think we
brave.
work well together.
We are victorious again.
As you say. I shall do it. Shall be done.
Tis a good day.
Very well.
I do wonder, is it permissible for two Grey Wardens to... Oh, what is the word I search for?
Caboodle?
Fraternize.
What's wrong with fraternizing?
It seems most undisciplined for an organization that claims it will do whatever is necessary to end the Darkspawn threat.
One thing has nothing to do with the other.
Oh no? And what if a Grey Warden was forced to choose between the Warden he loved and ending the Blight? What should his choice be?
That is a ridiculous question.
And I have my answer. Most kind of you.
It is begun.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes. Raska.
Yes.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
Very well.
Yes.
Yes.
You are a handsome canine specimen, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, but look at that tiny, stubby tail. Would you like a nicer tail? I could give you a long, swishy tail if you like. Just a wave of a wand and poof, tail. You'll adore it, I promise. Or maybe you would like to be a different color. We could spice up that drab brown with some red or blue. Perhaps even violet. War dogs need to be pretty too, don't they? Yes, you want to be pretty, pretty dog. That's right. You just love attention, don't you? And you want antlers. A big swishy tail and hey, he made off with my staff. Perhaps I underestimated his intelligence.
Yes.
Yes.
Just how smart are Mabari supposed to be, anyway? Do you think they understand everything we say? Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know. Hey now. There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy? Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? That's what the Childry kept telling me anyhow.
Yes.
Indeed. You were very quiet, Stan.
Only compared to some.
Indeed.
Yes.
I have been setting down in ink the tales of our exploits, and I have been thinking about ways to describe you. You are unlike any animal I have ever met, almost human in your intelligence and understanding. So, let me see. You're loyal, yes? That one is obvious. Very, very clever. This is also obvious. You are terrifying when you have to be, but gentle and sweet as a dove at other times. And you are also playful. Sometimes gluttonous. No? What is all this begging for food scraps then? Well, all right. You're not gluttonous. You're just a lover of fine foods. How's that?
Indeed.
Yes. We have dogs in Antiva. They run in the streets and eat garbage. It's true. They're treated as vermin mostly. Not like here in Ferelden. You're rather lucky to live here, you know. Indeed. Here they make statues of dogs. They carve you into their thrones and put armor on you. Amazing, really. But you still smell like a dog. In fact, you smell like several dogs. Yes, well, ignorance is bliss, I suppose.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, blast it.
Yes. You can stop flinching, Sten. I'm not going to harm you.
I do not fear harm to myself.
What is that supposed to mean?
An unbound mage is like a wildfire, as prone to simply consume itself as it is to devour all that surrounds it.
I do wish you wouldn't refer to mages as it.
Indeed.
Yes. You were in the Chantry. You are a priest?
No, I was a lay sister of the Chantry.
Which means...
I lived and worked in the Chantry, but I did not take any vows.
So you dabbled in priesthood then?
Oh no, the lay sisters don't have the same sorts of duties as priests at all.
So you were not a priest, did none of their duties, and took no vows, but you lived among them?
Yes.
You were a house guest of the Chantry?
Sort of.
Yes.
Indeed. You're such a handsome dog. I think that every time I look at you. Lady Cecily, I lived with her after my mother died, had a dog. A small one bred to fit under the arm and in the lap. What did you name it? Oh, yes, Bonbon. Oh, Bonbon was a terror. He would hide, you know, when he saw you coming. And then he would attack your ankles. Rather sharp teeth in the ankles. Very painful. He attacked me once. Latched onto my leg. I thought it was a diseased rat and kicked. Bonbon flew across the room and over the banister. He survived. But he never came near me after that.
Yes.
Indeed.
Do you know of the Cassandra, the sundew in the common tongue?
I do not believe so.
No. You are so alike, I thought you kindred.
What is that supposed to mean? What is the sundew?
A flower.
Oh? I am a flower, am I? How unexpected.
That entraps and devours insects.
Ah, now that I expected.
Yes.
Yes.
I knew one of your countrymen once, Elf.
Oh, have you been to Antiva then?
No. Until I came to Ferelden, I had never left the islands. She came to Saharan twice a year with the traders who bought spices from the northern jungle. Only she among the traders would speak to the Antam. Questions about the rainforest, its depths, and the things to be seen there. We humored her. She was an unfortunate soul.
Unfortunate in what way?
She was a crow, as you were, sent to assassinate the Kithshoks, leaders of the army of Saharan, for the Tevinter Imperium. We knew this, and pitied her.
I'm surprised you did not simply slay her.
There was no need. Her questions were meant to show her the way through the jungle towards our fortifications. And so one day, she snuck into the jungle to find her target. We found the pieces of her body in a tree, where the spotted cats kept them for later. We had never told her that our Kithshoks were the ones who negotiated all the trades at the port.
Then she was a fool. That's not very sympathetic, I'm afraid.
It was her ignorance we pitied, not her mistake. She believed we hoarded things we own people do. We were sorry for her, that she thought only some people were important. Yes.
Yes. Are all Kunari as quiet as you are?
Are all mages as
Yes.
Blast it. Yes.
People do strange things.
I shall do it. Very well. It is begun. I shall do it.
Corrupted the warden.
I'll make it great!
It is begun.
Is it true there's civil war on the surface, too?
Confounded. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time.
As you say.
What's on your mind? Is something troubling you? A Grey Warden should put aside the person that he used to be. It has shaped the person that he is, but he has become something greater. Grey Wardens have no titles. They owe no allegiance to a king or lord. They cannot serve one people. They must serve them all and protect them all. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight. And that gives me hope. Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old? Griffins. Alas, that seems to be the only thing people remember from the tales. The mighty flying mounts that bore the Grey Wardens into battle. Ah, yes, the glory days. It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago. Maker's mercy, it's like talking to a child. Yes, there are griffins in this story. The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men. Yes, griffins. Now listen to the rest of the story. The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled. You are observant. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Grey Warden's interference, claims no one can stop his plans to transport... Thank you for your service.
Grey Wardens endorse anarchy in Orzammar. Support Lord Harrowmont and his plan for...
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled. Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him. Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation. It's been 2 years since Bronca left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him. If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again. Atrasvala.
Is it true there's civil war on the surface, too?
I think you make her very happy.
Oh, not this again. I'm ready this time.
Wanted to say that this was something good for both of you. Being a Grey Warden isn't easy. I'm glad you found each other.
Oh, yes, I bet you are indeed.
Cherish this.
A warden! We can't allow it!
And?
It is done!
Really? No pinching my cheeks? No making me blush?
Of course not. I like you, Alistair. You deserve to be happy.
Not even pinching my cheeks a little?
It shall be done. Very well.
Ancestors smile on you.
Leave me alone.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say? Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dust Town? You need old Nadezda to play tour guide? Know her. I used to run with her. Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her. Won't be easy. She's gotten real careful since Barat died. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there. Can't help you there, Selrocka. The Carter members keep them real tight. But that's worth something, right? Maybe just a little. I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
I shall do it.
Well, look what we have here.
Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
Didn't get enough of the... Jarvia took over the Carter. There's doors to her base. But that's worth some... I'll think of you...
Yes, my friend.
Hello. Something I can help with?
Yes.
Here I am.
I shall do it.
Well, look what we have here.
Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
On it.
Don't kill me! Sonny ancestors! What do they teach you on the surface? You fight like a bleeding archdemon. Sweet bloody stone, look at them all! No! Jarvia will kill me if I tell you. I might as well die fighting.
I shall do it.
Very...
It is begun.
What's the password? Looks like we have a martyr, boys. What's the password? Looks like we... What's the password? Looks like... What's the password? Looks like we have a martyr, boys.
Enemy!
Finished.
It's a trap. Enemy is approaching.
Work? That's a lot of blood.
Woman. It is begun.
We must gain the advantage!
Very well. It shall be done.
More enemies ahead!
As you say.
Look there! A cunning trap!
It's a trap. As you say. I shall do it.
Look there! A cunning trap!
Stranger. I see that there's no love for Jarvia. Please, help me. Please, stranger. Let me out. I see you bear no love for Jarvia. Please, help me.
As you say.
Thank you. We've been down here. It's been so long. My friend didn't make it. Just stopped eating.
I shall do it.
One day, all for a stupid bet.